romaine lettuce, some mango, and some tomatoes, cucumber. It's not really convenient for an office setting. Tahini. Always have a new bottle. It won't work unless it's new. Just open that.
And presumably what we're doing today is standard BBC practice.
This is standard, yeah, no.
It's now or never. I'm searching till I find it. I'm closing in behind it. Nothing could be better. Like a daddy went to heaven.
So, I'm just going to cut this a bit more.
So we're cutting
Mango.
And that's usual, is it, for a sandwich?
Yeah, are you gonna, I mean, you were excited about this a minute ago, but now it seems that you've become altogether more sceptical.
I'm still excited.
Can
I'm
you not
wondering
keep
when
the
you're going to...
hostility down to a low roar?
I'm just wondering when you're going to be bringing the bread out.
No, well that's what's going to change your life. The fact that, in fact, this is the bread. In many ways.
Doesn't look like...
No, not this, this.
Yeah, it still doesn't look like bread, does it?
Now Tim, tell me about the aspects of your health that you'd like to improve.
Just all of it.
Yeah? Well, tell
All
me
of
about a
it.
health problem and I'll tell you whether raw food could improve it.
Variable stools.
Is this... okay, what do you mean variable?
Well, as you can imagine, one day... I really don't think I need to...
You can start something else. Variable, well...
Yeah, let me change my answer.
Obviously, it's a sign of an inconsistent diet.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want to change your answer?
No, I'm happy with that.
Give me another health
All right.
problem.
Thinness.
Thin, okay, well, that's due to the fact that we run on carbohydrates and proteins, in order to be converted into fuel, have to go through a very inefficient process. That's why when you go on the Atkins diet you lose weight, because it's so inefficient, the process of converting protein into fuel, which is carbohydrates. You end up losing weight.
And this sandwich is going to cure
Yeah,
that?
because this is high carbohydrate, low protein and low, the other one, fat. Protein is something that we want to keep low, because actually the WHO, the WHO, you know, World Health Organization, say that you should have a diet that's up to 15% protein. The implication being any more than that, fucking disaster. What do you reckon? You sold yet?
Wow.
So that's the mangoes cut. I'm going to cut these as well now. This is also not normal, I suppose. Go on, Tim, say it.
No, I'm excited. I'm feeling positive about this.
Okay, cool.
As you know, Kerry, I suffer from a kind of crushing of my spirit at lunchtime.
You've called that a crushing inevitability, which we've truncated to crushing an egg.
That's right.
But I've never seen it in anyone else. So every time, explain it.
Well, it's, yeah, I mean, to give it its full name, it's the crushing inevitability of lunch, isn't it?
Yeah.
And basically, I get a kind of existential ennui when
Nice.
day in, day out, I have to choose a lunch. That's really it. It's just, it's something which, you know, it's
I can
keeping
tell
me
you what
alive.
I know exactly what the cause of that is. It's the fetishization of food in a sort of capitalist environment, whereby false needs are superimposed onto our real human needs.
Right.
And it means that when you actually use them to assuage or to attempt to assuage the crushing an egg, it doesn't work because they're false needs. Now this, I must admit, is not how...
But this sandwich...
It's not how the apes would do it, per se. I mean, but it's nearer to how the apes would do it. And what's more, it's actually taking a superimposed need, which is the sandwich, and turning it into something a bit closer to the ape. So it's like a compromise, very much a compromise.
But your point is that this sandwich will basically cure all of society's ills. That's basically the point you're making.
No, but it's a start. It's certainly a step in the right
Very,
direction. It's a very
very
good start.
small start.
No, I wouldn't say small at all, because I think that diet is the basis on which all other human activity is foundationized. So that we need to encourage people to eat more of this, the right stuff, because then their brains will function better, they will be nicer to each other. I'm not even, you know, I'm not joking. This sandwich sort of is the start. We're running out of plate space, do you know what I mean? You think it through. But the great thing is, because there's no meat here, you don't have to worry about
cleanliness, hygiene, yeah.
None of that, that's all, you know, fine. Yeah.
You're currently cutting up lots of veg.
Well, no,
I mean, you know that we could just eat
these are
this
all
now.
fruits, actually, that's where you're wrong. These are all fruits. Everything on this table, apart from tahini. Well, you know, the comestibles.
Okay. So I wanted to draw from attention to the fact that you're now...
this stuff.
You've brought out the raw corn.
Yeah. Now, it's a common misconception that you can't eat this raw, but it's a sad common misconception because it tastes much better raw. I mean, it is poisonous and will... But in the last seconds of your life... No, it's not poisonous. Of course it's not. This is how ancient man would have eaten it.
Okay, and then tomorrow we're going to show...
This would be a primitive flint tool.
Tomorrow we're going to show people how to make a lovely lunch that combats the indigestion.
No, that won't be necessary actually, Tim. Thanks for your comments. Because I'll tell you something, it might be if you've been eating a load of meat, because this digests so easily. This is why people think that fruit gives you indigestion, because you've got a load of meat there, it takes about, I don't know, 24 hours to digest. But then you put fruit in, which takes 3 hours, so it starts to ferment, because it should have gone through quicker. There's meat in the way. So it gives you intestinal, you know...
So you're saying it's my fault?
I wouldn't level all my accusations at you. But yeah, for convenience sake, what the hell.
They've developed sliced bread now.
Oh, have they?
Which you can actually use as a kind of alternative to a lettuce when you're making a sandwich.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Tell me, is it good for you or does it give you...
No, it has nothing in it.
Yeah, a lot of problems.
They put seeds in that. Does
it make you think that you're eating an adequate diet because popular culture recommends it at every turn?
Yeah.
But in fact deprive you of the vital nutrients?
Yes.
That would help you stave off chronic illness?
Yes.
Well, that sounds delightful. Like
bread, you know. You must have heard of bread.
Yeah. I don't know where I went wrong when choosing these things. These are very awkward. So you're going to come and help me, because these are just... Look, you try and do that. Try and do that one.
Okay, what am I doing?
You're just trying to open it up so that you can spread tahini in the middle.
But it's huge.
I don't know. It'll be fine.
I mean...
Yes, I know. That's... Welcome to my world.
So we'll just be, like, eating this? What made you discover that smearing tahini on a lettuce made a good sandwich replacement?
I think somebody suggested it, and then that made me discover it.
Okay.
You will be sorry when you taste this.
I think we all will.
Yeah, you think you knew that already. Seriously, keep persevering, because...
See, look, yours looks much more... Fanned.
Because I didn't give up. Did I want to carry on? No, I didn't. But I didn't let that stop me. Anyway, so that's probably about... And then, there's so many different places you can put flavour. You can shove it down. Seriously, this one, you can have this one, Tim, because I can see you're struggling, and you'll love it. And I know you're sceptical about the corn, but the corn's
it's a little
your
bit
friend.
like a pass the parcel, isn't it? As opposed to a sandwich.
Yeah, but a nutritious one where it's sort of like a Kinder Egg, but the prize isn't malnutrition. So that's advantageous.
Or a Crazy Croco. I mean, it looks laughable, Kelly.
You say it does. I don't know why you would be so unadventurous. You'll love this. Look, just try eating a bit of it.
Just tell me at what point it becomes a sandwich.
It doesn't. It's not a sandwich because you're a non-conformist. You're unique, Tim. Your cross-section of the space-time nexus has been rescinded from popular culture. It's been taken back into your own hands.
Just by
eating this.
Okay.
Well, I mean, this doesn't look like consensus reality, does it? That's part of the,
No,
part of the problem.
we are in a panopticon.
Yeah. You
So-
didn't know what a panopticon was.
Had a
My
hunch.
tweet.
Had a hunch about what one was.
There you go.
No, I'm gonna love it, sweetheart. It's. I'm just trying to imagine you giving this to your parents.
So, yeah, that's what my mum said. Well, I shouldn't think so, sweetie.
Well, it's. I mean, it's not a sandwich, darling, but I'll try it.
Well, this would have worked fine if you'd have persevered.
How do I eat it?
You eat it, sort of crumble it up and then eat it. Any way you can, love. Any way you can.
I'm happy to do this for the benefit.
For absolutely no benefit.
I'm just going to be humiliated trying to.
No, I suppose so. That's why you can.
Well,
It is
first mouthful, just lettuce. All right, nothing
yeah,
yet.
nothing tangible. Nothing you can.
Can tange personally. Right, here we go. This is bite number 2. It's a nice bit of lettuce.
No, it's stuff it right.
Yeah.
What else? What else are you getting?
What was it?
Mango.
I think it was cucumber.
Okay.
It's
The tahini's good.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
tahini's very good.
tahini's
The tahini is the cement that kind of
glues
glues
the
it.
madness.
You know how cement glues things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know that people get buried.
Mango.
Yeah. See, now you're getting with the program, isn't it? Like word. No, seriously, you are loving it now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's actually really nice.
Well, I'm telling you, the corn, the mango, this is the best cookery video ever because you were so sceptical. You didn't keep your hostility down to a low roar.
No, I kept it. It was quite high throughout.
Yeah.
Actually, very nice.
Yeah. Wow. I couldn't be happier.
Well,
because I got a problem.
I will say there's
happiness
still a lot of lettuce. If I had to.
Why will you say that?
Well,
Just to be
I wonder. When you're going to fine-tune the recipe,
Yeah.
I still think you could open up the lettuce and create smaller
Yeah,
sandwiches,
no,
if you like.
well, the reason that I'm doing it this way is for portability. The base, the act.
Like on the tube. Morning, everyone.
I've eaten this on a tube. You see that, don't you? Do you know, Tim? I don't know why I fucking bother because we're just going to ridicule. No, I have eaten this on a tube, and yes, the critics may say that that is an open invitation to mock.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily, this is London, and people don't speak to each other. Nay, look at each other. So it turned out fine. It's amazing.
No, the crushing
what
in
do you
there
think of the corn?
has been stopped for a day.
What do you think of the corn?
I'll tell you in about an hour. I'm going to say success.